This week we're going to be covering Become a SEO Expert. So for those of you who've been following along with the Marketing Services webinar series, you're probably used to hearing my voice by now, but for those of you who are joining us for the first time today, my name is Amy Jansen and I am the Product Marketing Manager for Marketing Services. With me I have Tiago Neres, who is an in-house content machine, marketing strategist, and SEO expert. We're 4 episodes into our marketing services series on becoming a social marketing expert. And today we're going to be discussing search engine optimization, or SEO. So, search engine optimization. Why does a business need it? Simply put, in a sea of competitors, you want your clients to stand out in the crowd. Although that small business may have a unique angle, without SEO keywords, a fast and efficient website, or strong copywriting, the business may not stand out in the digital world. The interesting thing about digital marketing and SEO is that everything that a small business does online affects their SEO in some way. In other words, strong social content with attractive images, engaging videos, and quirky copy, a fast and regularly updated website, a positive online reputation, and accurate listings will all impact a small business's SEO ranking. Ultimately, the better you look online and the more traction you're getting to your site helps improve your ranking. Search engine optimization. So did you know that Google processes 3.5 billion searches per day? Or that 79% of all searches are conducted via Google platforms? If you haven't already realized that Google is king in the digital age, then you might be living under a rock. Most individuals perform their online searches through Google, and in a way, that relates back to their user experience. For example, instead of searching for pizza in Chicago, consumers are becoming more likely to search based on their needs or experience. For example, family-friendly pizza or pizza after 10 p.m. Whatever unique offering a small business has, they should play into that. If that business caters to large families and has a gluten-free crust, anticipate that customers will find that useful. Anticipate their needs and highlight that on a landing page or social media sites. This will ensure that customers will drive straight to your small business. So what does drive traffic to your page? Long-tail keywords, location-based keywords, and content, simply put. Tiago's going to go into this in more detail, but I'll give you a quick overview. So long-tail keywords are when you use a variety of keywords to help drive traffic to a website. I.e., if you own a bakery in Charlotte, North Carolina, there's a good chance that you're not the only one. However, say it's a French bakery that specializes in macarons, you would want to include these elements in your website's landing page to refine the search and bring more traffic to the door. Location-based keywords include the city or town plus the state the business is in. Also include probably a neighborhood if it's popular, trendy, something that users are going to be searching for. Content, quality over quantity. Doesn't mean that they have to all be short, but they definitely should not include too much fluff.
So, how do you improve your website's ranking to get more organic traffic? You have to keep an eye on ranking factors. Think of ranking factors as a checklist with best practices. Google analyzes over 200 ranking factors, but they don't have the same weight. For this webinar, we will focus on Google ranking factors because Google is the most popular search engine in the world, but some of these ranking factors are also used by other search engines. First SEO ranking factor, have a mobile-friendly website. Last year, mobile devices are responsible for 63% of all internet traffic in the United States. This year, 52% of all worldwide online traffic was generated through mobile phones. So I have a question for you. Does your website provide a good experience for mobile users? If it doesn't, it should. Google search engine favors mobile-friendly websites because it factors in the user experience. If your website doesn't perform well on a mobile device, Your customers will become frustrated and click out and find a competitor. What makes a good mobile-friendly website then? Here are a few tips. Keep the same URL for both desktop and mobile users. You don't need a separate website just to serve your mobile audience. Use responsive design for your audience. Responsive design means that your website design and content will automatically adjust to any device or screen. Think about user experience. Make sure that your font size is big enough to make it easy to read. Design your website for different input methods, including touch. Do you have any forms on your website? Check if they are working properly on mobile devices. Improve website speed. People feel very frustrated when they get to a website that takes forever to load. In fact, website speed is a very important ranking factor for Google, and that's why I want to talk about it in more detail. Last July, Google implemented what it calls a speed update, which is a new algorithm that impacts mobile searches. In short, pages that deliver a slow experience for mobile users are being penalized by Google. But why is speed so important? According to research, 47% of consumers expect a web page to load in 2 seconds or less, and 40% of people abandon a website that takes more than 3 seconds to load. You can measure your website speed by running a test on PageSpeed Insights, a free online tool provided by Google. PageSpeed Insights also provides suggestions of improvements to make your website load faster. In this screenshot, you can see how it looks like.
So Google Snippet, what exactly shows up when your customers search online? So a snippet is the direct result of what shows up in a search query. Every time you perform a search on Google, you'll get multiple results. Each individual result is called a snippet and mainly consists of a title, URL, and meta description. As we know, customers are more likely to visit the first 3 searches that show up in a query. So getting your business to the top of the page is the SEO goal. If you want to improve your website ranking, you should optimize your snippets. Browsing the results on Google is not so different from window shopping. You need to draw people's attention, and you can do that by writing a compelling title and meta description. Make sure that the information on your snippet reflects what your page is about. But how do you craft a good snippet? I think that the best way to answer this question is to compare results from the first and 10th page of Google. So here's what I got when I searched for how to teach your dog tricks. As you might notice, the snippet on the first page of Google is more straightforward. The meta description communicates directly to people searching for how to teach your dog tricks. On the other hand, the snippet on the 10th page of Google is a little bit more specific. It's about teaching your dog how to use the bathroom on command. It's a very useful dog trick for sure, but maybe that's not exactly what you're looking for. Finally, note that Google cuts off meta descriptions that are too long, so you should avoid that. So next, what is a featured snippet? The featured snippet contains a summary of a query that a user has searched for. In other words, it gives a small breakdown of what the consumer may want to know based on their search. Showing up in a featured snippet allows your customers to see the results they are looking for in a short, condensed way. Most consumers don't want to spend a lot of time digging through sites to potentially find what they're looking for. But by providing a feature gives your consumers a short breakdown that often leads to them clicking into the website if the snippet gives them the right information. This is important. Featured snippets are almost twice as likely to be clicked on than non-featured search results. It's also important to note that you cannot actually create a featured snippet, but by implementing these SEO strategies, you can improve your ranking and get up to the top of the search results. Implementing keywords, improving the amount and quality of blogs on your website, and quickening your website speed will ultimately help to improve your SEO ranking.
Okay, keywords. Keywords are one of the foundations of SEO because they are the words and phrases people use to find your website. If you optimize your website for the right keywords, you can use your content to attract your target audience. But how do you choose your keywords? Actually, there is no one-size-fits-all SEO strategy that works for everyone. But most SEO experts recommend that you start with a keyword research. Put simply, keyword research helps identify the demand for certain keywords and understand how hard it would be to rank for them. As a rule of thumb, keywords are too broad, have high volume of search, but also high competition. Put your keywords in strategic places on your page. They should appear in title, meta description, URL, and content. Make it look natural. Remember that you are writing content for real people, not just for search engines. Forcing the repetition of your keywords everywhere is actually a bad practice called keyword stuffing, and it might hurt your SEO. Think about long-tail keywords when you're creating your content. Long-tail keywords are more specific and less popular keywords. So why should you use them? Because they're great for targeting niche demographics and easy to rank for, in comparison to keywords that are too broad. Here's an example of a blog done by our team. You notice that we are using the keywords prolonged sun exposure in the title, URL, and first paragraph. At the same time, it blends naturally with our content. Link building. Backlinks are links that your website gets from other sites. When you get backlinks from sites with high domain authority, these backlinks, they act as an endorsement. So in other words, it tells Google that you have great content, which gives you an SEO boost. The best way to get more backlinks is investing in high quality content and promoting it. Never buy links because it hurts your SEO. When it comes to backlinks, remember that more isn't always better. As Amy said before, you're looking for quality, not quantity. Blogs. So content is key for SEO, and SEO and content marketing, they are kind of best friends. It will be easy to improve your SEO ranking if you provide your client with content that is original, valuable, and relevant. But why do you need a blog for that? Typically, when it comes to small businesses, their websites contain information about products, services, and pricing. However, people have questions and needs that are constantly changing, and they are using Google every day to find relevant answers. I'll give a few examples. If you sell furniture, you can use a blog to talk about decoration tips, color scheme, and maybe fall trends. If you sell strawberries, you can write a blog with best strawberry recipes for winter, or maybe 5 strawberry recipes for kids. Blogs help you generate more content and increase your brand awareness. They're not necessarily about your business, but they speak to your audience. And Google loves content that is original, fresh, and updated. That's why you should have a blog, and that's why blogs help SEO.
Next is social media. Social media has an indirect effect on SEO. Although it's not exactly a ranking factor, you can use social media to promote your content, expand your audience, and get more backlinks. As we have mentioned before, backlinks are very important for improving your website ranking. So we can say that building a strong social media presence can help your SEO. Another benefit of investing in social content is that you can increase the average time your visitors spend on your website. This is very important because it shows Google that your content is relevant. Finally, when you're engaging with your audience on social media, you learn more about them. That can give you inspiration for keywords and blog topics. Don't forget to craft great content and use beautiful images to boost your social media presence. After all, good content and engaging photos drive more traffic to your sites, which eventually click back into your website. So our takeaways from this webinar. Have a mobile-friendly website, improve your website speed, optimize your snippets, use keywords strategically, get backlinks from trusted websites, optimize your images, generate more content with blogs, and promote content on social media. We hope that these tips will help you and your clients implement SEO best practices to get more organic traffic. Before we head into questions, I'd like to quickly plug next week's topic. We're going to be talking about listings and how you can become the local listing expert. Next, any questions? That asks, where do you edit the snippet? So you can either use HTML code if you have a webmaster working for you, or if you're using WordPress, you can use plugins like Yoast. Chelsea asks, if your website is built in an open source platform like WordPress, snippets can be found on the Yoast SEO plugin. This will allow you to insert a focus keyword, edit your URL. Yeah, exactly. Okay, Skylar just asks for more explanation on Google Snippets. If you just want to explain, like ask a specific question, how you can edit and optimize them. So snippets are basically your Google search results. So they are what shows up when a user or a consumer is going to be searching for a specific product. That's what's showing up. And then Jesse asks whether or not Google does auto-generate snippets, and that's correct, yeah. So based on SEO ranking, Google will auto-generate the snippets.
Yes, Google auto-generates snippets, and sometimes this is a good thing, sometimes it's kind of a problem, because if you don't have control on your snippets, maybe Google can put information that is not information that you want to display to people. So when you use a plugin like Yoast for WordPress, it gives you more control and you can insert your keywords on your snippets. So that's why I recommend to anyone that you should try to customize snippet instead of leaving it for Google, because sometimes it works wonderfully and sometimes Google will pick the information that is not what you want to highlight.
Right. Barbara says that she would find a webinar about how to do keyword research very helpful. So keyword research it's very complex, but so yeah, it would take a webinar to go into full detail, but do you want to talk quickly about that, Tiago?
Yes, overall you have to try to find the keywords that can get the right audience to your website, and you have to balance a few factors, like for example, the demand for these keywords and also the competition. Because when you have like keywords that are too popular, like for example, chocolate, they get a decent amount of traffic, but on the other hand, you find a little bit hard to rank for a keyword like that. Although if you have keywords like chocolate recipes, for example, or how to make desserts for Christmas with chocolate, maybe you can rank for these keywords, and maybe they will bring you the traffic that you can convert these visitors into leads and clients.
Yeah, exactly. So that goes back into long tail keywords versus location versus based keywords. So like Tiago said, if you're simply searching chocolate, you're going to get, the user will get inundated with all of this information, which it'll be hard to find the right location that they might be searching for. However, implementing location-based keywords as well as some more very specific keywords to that business, then it'll help to stand out in the crowd. Okay, so Aaron asks, does the caching that is offered in the Website Pro hosting help to improve website speed? Yeah, so caching helps to load websites faster, which, like we explained, faster website helps to improve SEO ranking. Okay, Elena asks, with backlinking, does it matter if you are linking to national or local sites? I.e., if I'm a local business, I want to link to local versus national sites. I think that's absolutely true. I think that you would want to link as local as possible because you're creating that local story, which is going to link back to your business. Ultimately, you want to stay as close to your own business as possible. Does all-in-one SEO plugin work similar to Yoast? Which one would you recommend? Tiago, do you want to answer that one?
I had some experience working with both of them, and I like both of them. Personally, I like Yoast a little bit more, but I feel like it's just personal preference, you know.
Yeah. Rick asks, did you say we couldn't create a featured snippet? And then asking for some more clarity. So yeah, you can't create a featured snippet. Actually, Google will auto-generate the featured snippet based on SEO ranking. So the featured snippet is the top.
Yes, it's, for example, if you go to Google and if you type what is SEO, probably before the first results, Google will give you a text box with a short answering to your question. So this is called featured snippet, and that's very important because these answers, they will show up in rich text format way before the first results. Snippet is different from SERP. SERP stands for Search Engine Results Page, and Search Engine Results Page is just like a set of all the results that you get for a search query. And snippets, they are just individual results that you get from your search query.
Hi, Chelsea. Chelsea asks, what are your recommendations for optimizing images for search results? So instead of naming your file name for your image abc.jpg, you would want to input or insert keywords into that file name. So if it's, dog outside fall, if that's exactly what would be pertinent to that image, but also to what the blog is about, then you would want to use those keywords. Hi, Barbara. Are there any keyword research tools you recommend besides the Google tool? I don't understand that one. That's fine. Answer the Public is a good free one. You can go in and you can search for keywords for blog content. Moz and SEMrush would be other ones, but those are paid tools. Aaron asks, do you pay for premium Yoast or is the free version okay? Free version is sufficient.
Yeah, I would say that the free version will give you the essential tools, like, for example, you can customize your Google snippet and you can pop up your keyword and it will give you a checklist, like if you have your keyword present your title, meta description in your first paragraph, it will also give you stats about keyword density. So this is really important because like I said before, if you repeat your keywords everywhere, that's actually bad because it's keyword stuffing. It might hurt your SEO. But the free version of Yoast will let you know if you are doing it too much or if it's like just the regular and natural use of your keyword.
Barbara, just to clarify, the first keyword research tool that I mentioned was Answer the Public. Chelsea asks, Google Keyword Planner and Answer the Public. Yeah, there we go. SEMrush and Moz have some free paid features. There you go. Yeah. Okay, so that's all the questions that we have right now, but we're going to hang out a little bit longer. So feel free to pop them into the channel and we'll get to them. Thanks so much to everybody for joining us today and for all of the great engagement and great questions. We really appreciate that. Yeah, you're welcome, Jackie. Thank you. Okay, so we have a question from an anonymous person asking whether or not a backlink is just someone sharing your link to your website, and that's definitely part of it. So, you know, social media helps with that, as well as linking to another website or having someone link back to your website from a reputable site. I mean, it could be through blog or it could just be, you know, through their social media, but getting, yeah, a backlink back to your website is exactly it. Hey, Michael, thanks so much for your feedback. We really appreciate it, and we would basically, if you do have any questions that are product related or your service related, we just direct you to either your support person or to feedback@bindasta.com.
Rick asked a question about WordPress and Wix, if they have the same performance when it comes to SEO, and if I have a preference. I don't have experience with Wix. I have experience with WordPress, and personally, I like WordPress a lot because it's so popular that you can find lots of plugins for either caching or SEO, and I feel like if you have great content, WordPress is really a good platform to help you boost your SEO rankings.
Jesse asks, how do citations help with SEO? What are they? Are they the same as listings? Very similar. It's just an online reference to your business's name. Okay, I think that's it for questions for today. So thank you everyone for your awesome engagement and for asking all questions. We really appreciate it.